warm up. We've jumped into the upper 70s, so not feeling very January or even early February like we'll get to later this week. We are expecting a warm beginning to this week with some morning fog in the picture, unfortunately possible the next few days. We have a round of rain coming late Thursday, and then the weekend looks chilly and dry. But look at this. Our skies have really opened up. We've gotten blue sky, lots of sun, and we're sitting at 77 degrees. And our humidity has really risen as well over the weekend. Part of why we're seeing the fog in the mornings, more moisture at the surface with southwest winds right now. So all of this making it feel very warm south of Lake Pontchartrain. However, if you jump over the lake, 70 degrees at Hammond, and it's lower 60s at Macomb, Mississippi. Slidell is at 71, but farther south along the coast, it's 78 and at Galliano. And just to give you an idea, our record high for today is 82. So we may not actually touch the record, but we may see our temperatures go up maybe even another degree or two this afternoon, much higher than the average high of 64 at this point in the year and the average low 47. Of course, we started the day way higher than that in the 60s with that fog. Now the fog not so much an issue anymore for most spots, but you can see the cloud cover keeping it cool north of the lake. And here is a stationary front. Notice the lack of cloud cover south of Lake Pontchartrain, and it's a pretty strong and pretty easy to find line here. So that's why we're looking so warm with the blue skies south of Lake Pontchartrain. There's much cooler air out to the north, and we also have another stationary boundary here. So this is going to leave our weather just a little unsettled over the next few days. Overall, though, today we'll say highs in the upper 70s for many of us, especially south of the lake, maybe more like middle 70s if you're north of the lake. Clouds mixed with sun or a little more cloud cover farther north, and just a slight chance for a couple of showers. This is our forecast for the next few hours. By this evening, temperatures will eventually be dropping into the 60s, and overnight tonight we may see a repeat of some dense fog with this humid and somewhat mild weather with lows only in the 60s for tonight. However, it does look like tomorrow morning we may have very slightly better visibility than what we had in many spots this morning. This morning our fogcast had predicted about a half mile or less visibility. We could see patches of that, but it might be overall a little bit improved tomorrow potentially as if our temperatures especially take off this afternoon. Our temperatures today, you can see, are moving into the upper 70s, but kind of hovering in the lower to middle 70s north of the lake with more clouds this afternoon. This is 6 p.m. We'll fast forward through the night, and you can see our model wants to paint in a couple of showers. Not sure how much of that we'll actually see reach the surface, but there is at least a chance as we stay unsettled with all this moisture in our atmosphere and that boundary over us. This is tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures again in the lower, possibly to middle 70s. Then on Thursday, this is our next round of rain. So I'm going to show you a jump ahead to Thursday morning. You can see the rain out to the west of us with this next system. This is Thursday afternoon, starting to see some showers and a couple of storms moving in. Fast forward to Thursday evening, and it might be later in the day, more like late afternoon and evening. This is roughly 8 p.m. that we get showers and a few storms. And then the rain does leave mostly, I think, on Thursday night. But this model in particular wants to keep a little rain around for Friday morning. This is potentially 9 a.m. Our other GFS model has us dry at this point, but we'll keep a chance early in the day. And then it's chilly and breezy for the weekend parade. So I've been saying weekend parades really getting going this weekend, of course, and we're looking good. We'll be dry, but Friday night is going to be chilly. 50s dropping into the 40s and likely feeling like 40s all through the evening because of these north winds after we get that system that leaves on Friday morning. Saturday we have sun, but we stay in the 50s, a little bit of a breeze as well. And then Sunday we jump into the 60s with north winds not as strong. So here's our forecast for the next few days. Again, staying on the warmer side in the 70s with the potential for morning fog all the way possibly even through Thursday morning, although we may have a bit more wind Thursday morning, so might not be such an as big an issue as what we had, say, this morning. Then we get the rain late Thursday, and again, be ready for a chilly but thankfully dry weekend for parades.
I am just fine with 70s in January and February. Thanks, Alex. Hey, Carnival.